Hi there, and welcome to this day in history for November 8th. November 8th is the 312th day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, 313th in leap years, with 53 days remaining to the end of the year. Today's word is vegetal. Vegetal is an adjective that means relating to plants, as in a vegetal aroma. We might also see the word vegetal in discussion of embryology, relating to the portion of an ovum or embryo that contains the less active cytoplasm in the early stages of development, where we might hear some reference to vegetal cells. The word vegetal comes to us from Latin, where it meant to live or grow. The word vegetal was suggested by YouTube viewer Noah Hammerschmidt at Noah Hammerschmidt 3238. Thanks, Noah. And if you have a word you'd like us to examine in this Word of the Day segment, drop it in the comments. We'll take a look at it. And with that, the Republic of Venice in Italy enacted a law to confine most of Venice's glass-making industry to the island of Murano on November 8th in the year 1291. Murano is actually a series or collection of islands connected to each other by bridges, but it's generally referred to as the island of Murano. This is the birthday of astronomer and mathematician Edmund Halley, born November 8, 1656. He used the laws of motion to calculate the periodicity of a particular comet, and it was named after him when it really did come back just like he calculated. Halley's comet comes back ever so often. Edmund Halley lived to the age of 85. This is the birthday of businessman Milton Bradley, born November 8, 1836. If that name rings a bell for you, you might be thinking of the company he founded, Milton Bradley Company. Hasbro bought Milton Bradley out some years back, and I don't think anything is currently being produced under the Milton Bradley name anymore. But if you've ever played Hungry Hungry Hippo or the Game of Life, Twister, or Yahtzee, those started out as Milton Bradley games. Milton Bradley himself lived to the age of 74. Let's talk for a minute about the state of Montana. One of Montana's unofficial nicknames is Big Sky Country. Its motto is Oro y Plata, which is Spanish for gold and silver. Montana is the fourth largest state in area, the eighth least populous, and the third least densely populated state. Montana got its name from the early Spanish explorers who called the mountainous parts of the state Montaña del Norte, which means Northern Mountain. Montana was admitted as the 41st state of the Union in the United States on November 8, 1889. In 1966, singer-songwriter Laura Nyro wrote and recorded a song called Wedding Bell Blues. The song expresses a lament of a longtime girlfriend whose boyfriend hasn't proposed marriage. She wants to get married now, and if you were paying attention, you heard me credit Laura Nyro. She did write the song and recorded it in 1966, but the version I think probably comes to mind for most folks who are around back then is the version done by the Fifth Dimension. This one hit the number one spot on the Billboard Hot 100 on November 8, 1969, for the first of 3 weeks in that number one spot. Wedding Bell Blues by the Fifth Dimension. Link in the description. And I think that's going to do it for us today. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Feel free to share this video with a link in your email, messaging, or social media. If you enjoy this series, you can check out the playlist that contains these videos. I'll put a link to that in the description. That playlist lives on YouTube, so for other platforms, I'll include a link to my blog page that's called No Really. You can also find me on Rumble, BitChute, and Odyssey. All those links in that description. Alrighty, that's all I can think of right now. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time. This is the birthday.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
I wasn't talking to you. Okay. Cacophony is a sound. Cacophony is a noun that I'm going to have to look that up. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay. Alrighty, you got to read it the right way. Let's start over. It's 8 o'clock, so all of the reminders are going to be dinging. I forgot to turn those off. Okay, stop it. It's 8 o'clock. Don't alienate people who can be helpful to you. Flinging happiness all over the place. Alrighty, back to work. I think we got it this time.